Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astrogate Mysore. So I had been discussing the placement of moon in different houses, and today let us talk about the moon placed in the fifth house from the ascendant. The fifth house deals with a lot of significations like having children, the ovaries itself, the sperm for the male factor, and the speculation into trading, higher education, music, poetry, romance, so many things. Even imagination, creativity, thinking, thought process. So when moon, a very soft planet like moon comes and sits in a beautiful trikona like the fifth house, it enhances the soft skill qualities like having good relationship with people, very good in poetry, good in language, excellent in studies. They do good in chemistry, medicine, social work, community service, many things. So, but more than anything, they would like to be silent and peaceful. They do not want things to get out of hand. Like things going into conflicts, arguments. They don't like arguments. People who are having moon in the fifth house, if they have Mars in the third house, these people can become very good lawyers. Why? The fifth house is very good thought process. It's like the thought flows very easily with very good vocabulary. Their writing skills are excellent, and Mars in the third house gives very good speech and logic. So third house Mars, fifth house Moon. These people can become very good advocates, judges, lawyers, many things more. So they are very content, peace-loving people, and this particular house promises good progeny. When Moon is placed in the fifth house, it promises very good progeny because Moon itself is a Jalakaraka, Jalatattva planet, and when it is posited in the fifth house, even a more dry, arid, what we call as the barren land. When moon sits in the barren land, the land becomes fertile. So that is how moon, when it is in the fifth house, gives very good promise to the chart for getting children. So people who have bad combinations in the chart, which actually stops or becomes an obstacle for having children, when moon is posited in the fifth house, they will have children. Even though there is a delay or there might be some setbacks, they will still have children. So these people can do business in diamonds, land trading, what we call as banking, and since they are very timid and soft people, they need to have strong security or guarantee for getting back the money, because they will not be able to fetch back their own money because they don't have that strength to go and the strength of the muscle, what we call. Nowadays it's not required, but still the process of the court and all those things might not work out so efficiently, and these people also do not want to go for conflicts. So it is good to get into finance and money lending, but still legally when they do it, they still need a little bit of influence of people who have the social influence, or else it will be difficult for these people to do it alone. So there is a chance that there is a gain from spouse. So that's also because from the seventh, the fifth becomes the 11th, that is profit. And when moon has a very good planet to sit in the 11th, it gives very good gain. That is like the spouse will be working, earning a lot of money, and that money also comes inside the house. So it's normal in India that the spouse also shares her part or his part into the family. Anyway, and then that house becomes more stronger when compared to a spouse who does not work and everything depends on one person, where the spouse takes care of the house. That's a very tough job to do, but still a working spouse would always be better for a person who has a moon in the fifth house. So the native who has moon in the fifth house would prefer that his spouse would go for a job. So this is how we have to do marriage matching, which I have been teaching from past 2 3 days. That if moon in the fifth house for this native, then you should know that he has a tendency to find a working partner, or she has a tendency to find a partner who is working in a better placement. So they also get into multiple attractions because they get attracted to the opposite gender very fast. This is because of their charming personality, poetry, music, and all these things will actually give a very charming personality to a person. So they might get attracted very fast. So they might go into relationships which actually might, put the marriage itself in difficulty. So, good charity, people will do good charity when moon is in the fifth house because they have the good mindset. The intention is extremely good. There is also, people can get into lecturing, they can get into jobs like professors, do their higher education, and also into businesses of, garments, cloth businesses, and many other businesses because moon itself is a huge, shows a, indicates a huge spectrum of material. So I think I have covered, I was very fast today, but anyway, I have covered a lot of subject with regard to the moon in the fifth house. Hope it will be of use. Thank you.